Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seniors Division. We are at the Online Karting League South African Divisional Championship. This is round 6, our second last championship race. And we are on board with our seniors. This time around, we were absolutely entertained by a mega juniors division race. Hopefully the seniors will give us another good race. I mean, if the times are anything to go by, we are looking at a phenomenal race. What is it, half a second between the top 7, less than a second, well, just over a second split by the entire grid. So that is epic pace by all the seniors. We've got some newcomers racing, Cole Hewitson and Ashton Repsol. Ashton Repsol's returning driver from previous seasons. Cole Hewitson is on his debut. Dario Skorza from Namibia the last time around he was here. Julian Morrison, Ruben Victor, all fairly new drivers to Online Karting League South Africa. So we are mega excited. I'm Sean Nopesha. I will hopefully be entertaining you throughout this whole race. Tate Bishop has set the pace in the practice so far with the 46.934. It's amazing. Before we continue discussing the drivers on offer tonight, just a big shout out to our sponsors, Logitech G South Africa, for sponsoring goodies as always, CDC Solutions and Sema Racing for that generator sponsor into the Pro League. And my word, the South Africans definitely need that generator. We all know post elections will probably be hammered with some load shedding, so hopefully that comes in time. And then AgainstAllOdds Esports for more coupons, and then also Untitled Consulting Group for their 20,000 Rand contribution towards the Pro League overall prize pool. What a nice set of prizes we have for the guys in the championships. Pro League obviously gets the bulk of the sum, or the money rather, because that is where it's all at. But the divisions, all the champions get something from Logitech once again. So hopefully the guys enjoy their goodies once more. Lucas Sturman. Let's have a quick look at the championship standings. Just give me 1 second to pull that up again. If I can just open the correct chat. There we go. Here's the seniors championship standings as it is. Lucas Sturman is pretty much running away with his I think this is pre-drop rounds, with 112 points in first place. Sebastian Diaz for Czech Republic Africa is currently in second place with 86. Then Jude Stewart in third with 85 for Angry Racing or Angry Esports. Mateo Sujal in fourth place with 66. And then Jono Wilson in fifth place with 59. Ken Swartz in sixth place with 54 points. So yes, so far a huge advantage towards the Angry Esports driver Lucas Sturman to take his first championship victory. Will he be able to secure that? Will he be able to keep it cool, calm and collect? Obviously drop rounds will come into play, and something could happen. Hopefully it doesn't though. We've got about a minute to go for the practice session to be completed. Jason Kutsia graces us with his presence for the first time this season in the divisional race. Last race he did stand in for Ken Swartz in the Gazoo Racing team for the Pro League. So this will be the first race for Jason Kutsia in the division this year. So let's have a quick look. Rudy Schuschler back again at it. Sebastian Diaz, Ashton Repsol, Cole Hewitson with his debut race. We've got Lucas Sturman, Ruben Victor, Ken Swartz, Dario Skorza, Jude Stewart, Tate Bishop, Jono Wilson, Jason Kutsia, and the last of the J's is Julian Morrison. So 13 carts, we've lost a couple along the way. Seems like it. Sorry about that. Just responded to one of our Masters drivers that was a bit confused with the proceedings. There's a whole lot of Angry Racing drivers tonight on this grid. My word. Or Angry Esports rather. Cole Hewitson will do his first race of the season representing the Angry team, although he's part of the Praga South Africa team in down here in Cape Town, I believe, racing in Senior Max. And then Darius Kotze, part of the Namibian side of the African karting world. But these guys are all welcome to race in the South African Championship, even though there is an African Championship starting at the end of this South African leg. And then there will be a World Championship closer to the end of this year. So a lot of racing still to come. OKL will not die out during the season. We'll have a lot of racing on offer, as well as the ranked racing for the boys that they can do every night apart from tonight, because on league races we don't have ranked races. But here we go. John Wilson with a... no, Jason Kutsia goes into pole with a 47.466. I believe that time will go down, but that is a mega fast time by Jason Kutsia. John Wilson less than a tenth away, a tenth and a half further down is Ken Swartz. Then Jude. That's all Kazoo Racing drivers, first, second, and third. So that is Jason Kutsia, part of the DD2 world. And then John Wilson and Ken Swartz in the Senior Max, I believe. John Wilson has gone fastest now with a 47.276. Lucas Sturman has moved himself into third place. It's good to see Jason Kutsia back in the mix. And Sebastian Diaz just behind him, where Sebastian Diaz on the timings just a little bit less than 7 tenths off the pace at the moment for Kart Republic Africa. Diaz is still in a good position for the title fight though. Let's just follow Diaz through the qualifying. Hopefully we are entertained with a serious amount of good racing compared if we just look at what happened with the juniors. Because the juniors were quick and it was epic racing. Right, sorry about that. Let's have a quick look. Jono Wilson still leading the way. Jason Kutsia is a little bit closer. Jude Stewart has now gotten himself into the mix. A little bit less than 2 tenths. So look at how close it is between first all the way to 6. 2.5 tenths is the gap. Then a little bit of a bigger gap between 7th all the way to the back. Tate Bishop hasn't posted a lap. I think he might have disconnected or have had some issues there. So let's see if Tate Bishop, I think he's on track now. He doesn't show he's on pits anymore, so let's have a look what Tate can do. Tate's got his teammate Jude Stewart, or one of his Angry Esports teammates in front of him. Although in the Pro League they race for Angry Esports Black and Angry Esports Gold respectively. In the division they are all just racing with the same livery, but it's all about yourself. So there wouldn't really be teamwork, even though there could potentially be, but yeah. Tate has started his first flying lap, so let's have a look. Jason Kutsia has now moved into pole position with a 47.1. So Kutsia has now set the pace. It's all about Jono Wilson and Jude Stewart, Lucas Sturman behind him. But what will Tate Bishop be able to do? He hasn't set a lap yet, but he is seeming like he's on a fly at the moment, although it doesn't seem like he's catching the guy in front. Who's behind him on track? That's Rudy Schuschler. Seems to be running with Casey Enzo Smith's helmet, if I see the color scheme on that helmet correctly. What does Tate do? He hasn't set a proper lap. Again, lap doesn't count. Oh, Rudy Schuschler with Casey Enzo Smith's helmet there. Naughty boy. I am very proud of Ken Swartz so far. He's doing really good laps. Ken Swartz has openly admitted that he hasn't been able to get the senior karts in Kart Racing Pro under control. Kent has been an absolute monster in the ranked racing with the minis. But his lap times really seem a lot closer tonight than what it was in previous races. So hopefully Kent puts on a good show as well. Jono Wilson now less than a 10th is the gap. It was just over 10th. Let's see what Tate's doing. He's going to cross the line now. Does he get a lap on the board now this time around? He does. Okay, Tate Bishop, 2.5 tenths. Same lap as Lucas Sturman. That's the gap between them. Anastasia Gerassis has joined the fray, but she won't be able to get a legitimate lap in qualifying. Hopefully she does. Anastasia is our first lady driver for the season, I believe. I don't think any of the other ladies that Scott OKL membership has joined in the league racing as of yet. So welcome online, Anastasia. Hopefully you enjoy the league racing. Hopefully your rig is working. Nope, never mind. Anastasia just pinged me, said that her server keeps crashing when she's joining on the server. So we'll be one down there. So only 13 carts will finish or start this race. We'll have a look. Jason Kutsteele is still leading the way. Jono Wilson ever so close, and now Tate Bishop has also improved. Look at that. Less than 2 tenths is the gap between first all the way down to 6th place, and the tow is strong under these boys. They are pulling each other along. The Angry Racing boys are trying to catch the Kazoo Racing team. Closer they go. Tate Bishop another inch closer in 4th place. Tate Bishop is flying across this track at the moment. Hewitson is in the way now. Is Tate going to just send it down the inside, try and improve on his lap? Going to get the Tate. He's going to send it down the inside. Yes, he is. That shouldn't have bothered his lap too much. And the rubber is getting laid down. The boys are rubbering in this track. And the lap times are going to start tumbling down. Jason Goodsteer still leading the way, all the way. Mega fast lap time so far by Jason Goodsteer. Well, the Angry Boys, let's see. I just want to follow Tate Bishop for the rest of this lap, which is about one more corner. Because he seemed like he is on an absolute stonker. Is he though? Crosses the line. He doesn't. Look at Jude Stewart improved once more. It is absolutely amazing. It is Kazoo Racing 1-2, then Angry 3-4, 5, Kazoo 6. First of the Card Republic, the only Card Republic on track, is Sebastian Diaz. Then OTK by Rudy Schuschler, Ashton Repsold with the Angry card, I believe, as well as Cole Hewitson. Then Darius Kotze, I think he's got an Allen cart. And then Julian Morrison with also an Angry. It's Angry all the way. It might as well be Online Karting League Angry Esports Division race with some invitational drivers apparently. Jono Wilson has moved himself up into pole. We missed his lap. Everybody's going to finish their final laps now. Sebastian Diaz remains in 7th place. Jason Kutsia is going to cross the line. Does he improve on his lap? He doesn't. Now Darius Kotze doesn't improve this time around. Next to cross the line will be Ruben Victor. Ruben Victor is currently at the back of the pack. Does he improve? Yes, he does. Jono Wilson doesn't improve on his lap, but he remains in pole position. There's only a couple of carts that could potentially spoil that hunt now. Julian Morrison doesn't seem like he's going to improve based off his exit speed out of that last corner. Tate Bishop throwing his cart into the final corner, ducking down, and it does improve. It moves him up into 3rd place. Jude Stewart crosses the line, doesn't improve. I saw Rudy Schuschler improve there. Cole Hewitson doesn't improve. Everybody's done. That's qualifying. Kazoo Racing 1-2. Angry Esports 3-4-5. With another Kazoo Racing kart in 6th place. Kart Republic Africa smack dead in the middle in 7th. Then... what was that? I was so confused. All the timing freaked out. Everything freaked out. That was an odd bug. But okay, everybody's back in the original positions. That was confusing. I thought, my word, all the guys in front, the starting positions didn't seem correct. That was a bit odd. All right, so Jono Wilson will lead the pack for the start of this race. And then Jason Kutsia in second. Tate Bishop, followed by Jude Stewart, will be on the second row. Third row, Lucas Thurman against Ken Swart. And then the fourth row will have Sebastian Diaz versus Rudy Schuschler. And then fifth row will have Ashton Repsold and Cole Hewitson, Darius Kotze and Ruben Victor. And then at the back it is Morrison on his own. Anastasia Gerassis, I believe, will not be starting due to issues joining the server. Look at all these angry carts. There is a bunch of them on track. 3 Gazoo carts, 1 Kart Republic. And then we've got, I believe, 1 Allen kart, 1 OTK in the form of Rudy Schussler. That's Tony kart. And then, okay. Something odd happened there. Right, hopefully we'll get going this time around. Unfortunate delay there. But I'm fairly certain we'll get going. There we go, this is a start sequence of the pre-final. I think it's 10 laps. It is the Gazoo team leading the way with a bunch of Angry Esports behind them. With a couple of invitational carts, it's all about Gazoo getting away. Look at Jude Stewart getting a monster start there. Following Jason Kutsia is going to just open up some space there to make sure everybody gets by cleanly. Jono Wilson leading the way with Jason Kutsia in second. Tate Bishop into third. Running a little bit wide there. Whoops, we see carts going off in the background there. That's Rudy Schuschler, I believe. And Cole Hewitson. Everybody else seems like they've gone away okay-ish. Darius Kotze also going off at the back. It is a bunch of angry carts following suit. Will they be able to catch the 2 boys with the Gazoo liveries up front? Jason Kutsia, Jono Wilson. Tate Bishop is going to want to have to say something about that. And it is all set. We are about to see hopefully one epic battle. Well, Jason Kutsia sent it on Jono Wilson. Ooh, Jason Kutsia seems like he's got a horrible exit there on the final into the first right-hander that is after the chicane. Everybody seems like they are behaving at the moment. Keeping their carts facing the right way so far. It is a train of carts. A 5-way battle so far. Sebastian Diaz seems like he's falling off. Ken Swartz is all over the back of Diaz. But look at Kutsia all over his teammate Wilson. I don't think Kutsia wants to get involved with the fights too much because he isn't really in a championship fight. Maybe he just sits there and makes sure he does the team game this time. Although team orders will not be a thing because they can't speak to each other in Discord, but maybe Jason Kutsia can think about the championship for Jono Wilson. Tate Bishop's going to want to have to say something about that. Tate Bishop's now all over the back of Jason Kutsia. Bishop, he seems like he's trying to line something up. It's not easy to pass with these senior carts. Sturman and Stewart just sitting behind him, just holding. Oh, Jason Kutsia disappeared there for a moment, but he's back. Oh, That is unfortunate. I don't know what happened there, but Jason could see it just disappeared for a second. And then unfortunately the guys clipped each other. So that's the end of that fight between these boys. Unfortunately, Quinn Swartz, Lucas Sturman. Swartz managed to get by Sebastian Diaz. Swartz is all over the back of Sturman immediately. Ken Swartz is going to try and move up another position. Sturman, who is leading the championship, is going to try and keep it clean and maximize his points from the race. It doesn't seem like Sturman, as it stands, has got the pace to fight up front for a first position, but he is currently in the podium position, just holding on to his position at the moment. Ken Swartz and Diaz wants to have something to say about that. Diaz, I believe, did I see that correctly, is in second place on the championship log. Yes, he is. So he's obviously going to want to stay ahead of Sturman, which doesn't seem to be the case. Jonathan Wilson really has a lot of pace at the moment. Really on some good form. Ken Swartz just trying something. Sitting behind Sturman, hoping for a mistake. So far Sturman seems to be cool, calm and collected. And I just threw out the commentator's curse, so let's see if Sturman will be able to keep his momentum and consistency intact. Stewart is 1.1 seconds off the pace of Jono Wilson. Stewart has also been really fast this season, and it's super good to see Jude Stewart taking the season seriously and getting involved with the Angry team, representing the banner and really putting in the lap times. It is amazing to see. Stewart has been part of OKL, I believe, pretty much from the start in the minis division, and moved up to the seniors, and he's really been coming into his own. Sturman, I believe, Sturman and Victor are the only two non-racers in the setup. I think Morrison as well. There's a couple more actually. Victor, Morrison, Sturman, and Repsold. Repsold has karting experience, but doesn't do karting at the moment. So, yeah, a couple sim races only, which is great to see in the setup. That Bishop has a lot of work to do. He's trying to recover from the unfortunate incident between Kutsia and Bishop. Repsold is going to want to get out of the way. I mean, he doesn't have to, but Bishop is definitely on a charge. He doesn't want to be held up by a fellow Angry Esports driver. But and there goes Bishop down the inside. More than enough space left by Repsold, respecting the hierarchy, the pace deficit between the two of them. Jason could see on the other end he's not allowed. He doesn't need any favors, or Repsold doesn't have to give any favors to Kutsia. Kutsia's going to want to dispatch of Repsold as soon as possible. Although I believe this will be the only other position that he would be gaining unless somebody makes a big mistake in front of him. I see Sturman has pulled away from Swartz. I see a battle brewing here between Swartz and Diaz. Swartz is going on a defensive. Diaz is going to go wide and try a cutback potentially. Difficult with a fixed setup. Seniors, the carts are pretty much flat out all the way. I see Jason Kutsia has disappeared on the screen again. He's definitely got internet issues. Let's have a quick look there. His ping seems stable. Alright, so his ping seems stable, but it does seem to be a little bit inconsistent. He does flick on the track map. I can see that every so often happening. In any case, we're on our last lap. It has been Jono Wilson pretty much from the start of the race. Jonah Wilson's having none of this. He's getting dispatching of everyone very quickly. And it is really magnificent to see the consistency of Jonah Wilson. He's always been fast, but this season he's been exceptionally quick. He's gotten into his own for the Gazoo Racing team. As well as Stewart, only 1.6 seconds adrift. Stewart pretty much holding on for dear life behind Wilson, but not close enough to pose any form of a threat. Wilson crosses the pre-final in first place, with Stewart in second. Lucas Thurman in third, then Swartz, then Diaz, Tate Bishop, Jason Gutsia. Next we'll have Ruben Victor with Darius Kotze behind him. And then Julian Morrison. Jason Gutsia has lost a lap somewhere. I think that's due to his timing glitching. Seems a bit odd. But his car did disappear for about a second on track, while Tate was behind him into a corner, which really isn't ideal. Not much you can do about that. It's pretty much just netcode, really. Clearly some internet problems on Kutsia's side because he has been flickering on the mini-map, but nonetheless, good racing overall. That would have been a really good battle between Kutsia and Bishop. It seemed like it was really brewing for a good battle, and then that unfortunate incident. But there is definitely something happening up front. Jonah Wilson, Stewart, Sturman, Diaz, Swartz, Bishop. Those 6 guys all are in the money for some good results in this championship. I think Bishop has not had the best. He hasn't done a lot of racing actually this season. A bunch of zeros. Unfortunate incidents during the race with Tate Bishop. But he's on pace to win a race. He's got the pace for that. But Swartz, Wilson, Stewart, Diaz, Sturman, Sudial missing out tonight, unfortunately. But the guys are allowed 2 drop rounds, so when the drop round gets added in, things should start getting really interesting. I mean, look at Sturman's form this year. Is first, third, second, third, and first in the respective finals. So he's really been on it. Then Jonah Wilson with a drop round 1. And 7th in round 2, unfortunately, with a victory at Swartkops round 3. Castle Scribanti, a drop round. Idubi, a 2nd place. That 7th place at East London's really going to hurt Jonah Wilson this season, because he's got 2 zeros on drop rounds. And then Vereeniging and the final round 7. So Jonah Wilson can still potentially have a good season, but unfortunately not having raced all the races. I think Jono missed the first race because of international karting duties. But here we go. Jonah Wilson leading the way. Jude Stewart in 2nd. The 3rd place will be Sturman, and then Diaz in 4th. Lights out and away we go. Jonah Wilson getting a decent-ish start with Stewart right next to him immediately. They both get a really, really good start. Wilson is just getting away a bit better there into the chicane with Stewart behind him, and then battle between Diaz and Sturman. Diaz moves himself past Sturman. Oh, I see a kart in the background go off there. Oh, and that would be once more. Once more, is that Tate Bishop getting taken out again? Yes, Tate Bishop taken out once more. Where is Jason Gutsia on track? So Jason Gutsia has gotten away properly in the beginning. Oh, Jason Gutsia spins and then causes a collision with Rudy Schuschler. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so COC determines first lap incident restart. He's having none of that. Half the grid got into an incident there, so the COC made the call. Probably the right call. And I can imagine the COC is having a couple heated words with these senior division drivers. Come on, boys, give us a good race. That's all we want. That's the only thing the spectators is asking for. And that is to have an absolute belter of a race. Alright, start sequence once more. Wilson, Stewart, Sturman, Diaz, Swartz, Bishop. That's the top 6. Those are the guys in the hunt, with Jason Kutsia having to do a lot of work at the back. Lights out and away we go. A good start once again by Wilson. Jude Stewart's going to tuck in, most likely behind him. Oh, Jude Stewart's going to go for it down the chicane. He's going to send it down the inside. Johnny Wilson's having none of that. He fights back immediately, but I see some contact behind him. Ken Swartz and Sturman having a battle there, unfortunately. Oh, look at Tate Bishop sending it down the inside, clipping Ruben Victor, taking him out, unfortunately, there. Very, very late lunge there by Bishop. I'd say a little bit of a desperate move, really, but the door was a little bit open for him to go for it, so he did. And most karters, they don't need a second invite to send it down the inside. Alright, but pretty much all the title contenders are on track in the front, having a go at it. Johnny Wilson, Jude Stewart, and Lucas Sturman. Oh, Jude Stewart's got a good exit in the final corner. He's going to go side. No, he's not going to go side by side. He's going to tuck in behind Wilson. Through the chicane we go. Is he going to send it into the right-hander now? No, he's not. He's going to just lift a little bit earlier to try and get a toe and move it into the chicane. Is he going to? No, he's not. It is Gazoo versus Angry versus Angry versus Gazoo versus Angry. Wow, it is an Angry and Gazoo fest in front at the moment. Wilson, Stewart, Sturman, Swartz, Bishop. Let's have a go at it. Won't you? Wilson's going to have to go defensive. It is a 5-wave battle at the moment. Let's keep it clean. Swart's going to unfortunately get sent down the inside. Oh, Wilson lifts on the outside. Stewart's going to send it down the inside. Sturman's going to come through and barge his way through. His Tate Bishop as well. John Wilson losing out 5 positions there. Ken Swartz pushing. Sturman is going to catch his cart. Sturman does catch his cart. Wow, it is chaos in the front running pack. Absolutely chaotic. The switches of positions is insane. All the boys is going to have to calm down and give us a clean and fair race. Ken Swartz is now moved up into second. Bishop's in third. He's going to do a cutback there, clipping the rear of Swartz. Bishop moves himself up into second place. We've got Johnny Wilson back into fourth after losing so many positions. It's a lot of work to do there now. Wilson is defending against Lucas Sturman. He's got the inside line into the double right. Sturman's going to have to forfeit that and just tuck in behind Wilson. They shouldn't really fight these guys because the leaders, Jude Stewart's got a clean run now. He's got a clean air in front of him. He's going to try and break away. Will Tate Bishop have something to say about that? My word, I'm going to need a sip of water after those couple laps. Intense. Bishop and Swartz. Swartz is really coming into his own in the latter part of the season. Swartz couldn't get the senior cards under control, but he is now in the fight on the podium at the moment, representing the Gazoo Racing team. And his teammate behind him, Johnny Wilson, with Sturman, the championship leader, in 5th place at the moment, and the 2nd place championship position of Diaz in 6th place, I believe. Everybody's got time penalties. Those time penalties will most likely be reviewed because of the chaos on track, but wow, this is insane. We are absolutely on a charge. It is a 6-way battle at the moment. It can go any way. Where is Jason Kutsia on track? Jason Kutsia behind Julian Morrison, trying to move through the field. Johnny Wilson and Lucas Sturman still having a go at it. I'm really impressed with the pace from Ken Swartz and Tate Bishop. They are catching onto the back of Jude Stewart. Bishop's, of course, the owner of the Angry Esports team and representing the Angry War Academy in the real karting scene. Johnny Wilson under a serious amount of threat from Lucas Sturman. I don't know where to watch. It's insane. The racing is crazy. Look at Bishop. He's now catching onto the back of Jude Stewart. He's now, I believe, will be in that slipstream. He's got a good run on the exit onto the back straight. Well, the main straight, I suppose, into the hairpin. And ever so much closer is Bishop now once again. Tate Bishop is now all over the back of Jude Stewart. Jude Stewart's going to go all defensive. No love lost between the Angry Racing boys. Angry Esports boys. Down the inside goes Tate Bishop. Moving a bit late, but wow, what a lot of respect shown by Stewart. He realized that Bishop's going to send it. He has to tuck in behind him now. That's Bishop up into first place. Proper recovery drive there from Bishop. Wilson not getting into the swing of things. Momentum not going his way so far. We are literally halfway now. Just one lap before halfway. So it is still a lot to play for. There's still a lot to see. And hopefully a lot more racing to come. The boys are... Johnny Wilson and Stimmon's got two different lines there. Stimmon trying a little bit more of a tighter line, like a Charlotte Leclerc line. He generally goes tighter through corners. Not working out for him at the moment. Wilson seems like he's got a kart length or two gap between himself and Stimon. Jude Stewart is just tucked in behind Tate Bishop. Really good haul of points if Stewart finishes in second place. It is as close as it gets. This is such a good bit of racing. I thought, wow, the juniors gave us a race that can't compete. But look at this, 5 carts, 6 carts, still in the hunt, all on the same piece of tarmac. And spread it just a little bit. The gap's just a little bit bigger, but as soon as Bishop and Stewart start fighting, all 6 of these carts will start zooming towards each other, and they'll just really concertina up. We've got John Wilson now. John Wilson's getting the momentum. He's starting to get back into his groove after pretty much being taken out into this Talcon corner, losing 6 positions or 5 positions in one corner. But here we go. Wilson and Stewart, both of them are having a go at someone. Will Ken Swartz respect the pace of Wilson, or will he say, nope, you're going to have to pass me the old-fashioned way? No, if I know John Wilson, he's not going to sit behind Swartz for too long. He's most likely going to send it. But I mean, the pace is good. They are catching the guys in front. Look at that. Wilson immediately moving in. He's having none of it. He wants to go for the title. Not the title, for the top podium step. Ken Swartz is going to have to tuck in behind his teammate in the Gazoo kart and work along with him. Bishop is not pulling away at all. Jude Stewart is hanging on to the back of its kart. It is 9 laps done. We're going to start lap 10 now. It is absolutely epic. We are in for a last lap shootout between all these karts. In 6th place is Sebastian Diaz. He's fallen off just a little bit of the pace. There's still 5 karts really in the hunt here. Ken Swartz seems like he's fallen off quite a lot now. But Jude Stewart, Tate Bishop is going to start fighting. It seems like it. And that might open the door for John Wilson to get back into this fight. Lucas Sturman also now seems like he's having a go. Oh, Jude Stewart's got a better exit into the double right. Into Talcon corner we go. Will Jude Stewart fight? He seems like he lifts off. He's respecting the teammate in front. Doesn't need to do something silly. I don't suspect he's going to try and stay behind him, but he's not going to force a pass when there's no gap for him. It is Angry Esports in formation. 1-2 with Gazoo right behind. And 3 and 4. See if we can get an onboard of Jude Stewart. There we go, Jude Stewart on board, chasing his teammate, Tate Bishop. Let's go on board with John Wilson in his Allen kart with the Gazoo stickers. Just see how it looks like from his perspective, what's happening in front. He's tucking, he's trying to maximize his lap. Lap 12 of 15. Stewart, Bishop, Wilson having a go at it. Lucas Sturman has managed to move himself up into 4th place. Wilson is now in the hunt here. He's stalking his prey in front. Wilson all over the back. He's going to go side by side with Jude Stewart. Oh! Jude Stewart just unfortunately clipping the side of Wilson there. Wilson respecting the oncoming traffic. That's heartbreak for Jono Wilson as he falls off again in this race. Wilson's done everything right. He's fought back all the way through from 6th place up into 3rd, going for 2nd. And unfortunately, side by side, Jude Stewart, they clipped each other and off he goes. Fairly certain a review will be put in. But heartbreak, if I'm going to be honest. Retired carts, 11, 12, 13. Repsol, Morrison, Kutsia, unfortunately. But still, that's not the end of the race. There is a final podium spot on offer. And it is between Sturman and Swartz. Swartz holding on as much as he can, but not enough at the moment. Sturman is securing another podium for the season. I believe I'm correct in saying that Sturman has been on the podium in each and every race. Yes, Sturman's run of form this season. 2-1-3-3-2-2-2-3-1-1. So Sturman has secured a podium in each and every race. Each pre-final, each final. So Sturman has really been on top form this whole season, and that's fantastic to see from Lucas Sturman, one of the oldest senior drivers in the league at age, I think 26 or 27. Sturman is reaching, getting close to the Masters division. And hopefully he'll be racing with OKL for many more years to come. We are now on our final lap. We're going to follow Tate Bishop. He's going to take us home. Although we are keeping a very keen eye on the Sturman and Swartz battle. Doesn't seem like... Oh, there's the fence. There is the fence by Sturman. That's going to compromise his exit out of the hairpin, which means Swartz is going to start sniffing something here. It's not just two-stroke. It is a podium potentially. Swartz is going to try and do something. Is he going to do something? No, he's not. Not in this case. Oh, but he's got a better exit into the double right. Oh, Sturman's going mega defensive. Has he done enough? Crossing the line in first is Tate Bishop. Jude Stewart. And that's an angry flush on Lucas Sturman. So Angry Esports, 1, 2, 3. Mega flush from the drivers in the Angry outfit with Ken Swartz, the sole... Well, he's not the remaining Gazoo racer. That is Diaz in... It says 4th, 5th on track. And then Jono Wilson will be in 6th place with Rudy Schuschler in 7th place. And then Cole Hewitt's in 8th. Darius Kotze in 9th. And then Ruben Victor will be our sole or final driver at the back in 10th place. Epic racing from the boys. Angry Boys, Gazoo Boys. And then the sole driver of Czech Republic Africa, Diaz. That was a really, really a good drive. I thought it couldn't get more epic after this, the juniors, but the seniors came and they delivered. Now, guys, we are late for the drivers briefing in the Masters division, so I'm going to have to cut the stream here. Ruben Mamalok will stream the Masters division. I'm going to head off and join the Masters race. We will chat to you guys in 15 minutes time when the stream starts. Ruben Mamalok is sick, but he will live stream with no commentary, but you'll be able to follow the Masters Division race. We'll chat to you guys very soon and see you at the Masters in 15 minutes time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.